What are we up to today? We're going to try to make, see as far as we can get, kind of making a clone of Twitch, starting with the Navbar, and then working our way down pretty much. And this will be similar to YouTube, right? So it'll be pretty useful for you guys, I hope. First off, I want to make a clone of Twitch in the mobile view. So how can I see the mobile view of Twitch, Semsi?
You can inspect the page and open the dev tools.
Yep.
Tools. So from here, dimensions iPhone SE, I believe, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can use any of them, but it's the first one, so who cares? And then it doesn't automatically refresh for us. So if we just manually refresh, we'll be good, right? Okay, I have a blank VS Code. I'm going to go to File, Open Folder. I'm going to go to wherever I want to save my code. I'm going to create a new folder and just call it Twitch. I'm going to open it up. And now let's just get a website going just that says the word Twitch, and then we'll go from there, right? So what do I have to do? What files do I have to create to get the word Twitch displayed on a website? Sadiq?
First, you have to create an HTML.
Yeah, I'm going to create a new file, HTML file called index.html. Very nice. How can I get some boilerplate going, Linjay?
That's the exclamation
Or
mark.
Sadiq, yeah. One more time?
That's the exclamation mark.
HTML? Yep. Yeah. And then the word Twitch, I'll just put the word Twitch. I'm going to run this with live server so we don't have to press refresh all the time. And now what would be nice, instead of going back and forth between these two windows constantly, I'm going to actually take a picture of this and then display it in my HTML so we can like see it as we're working, which will be nice. So I'm going to use the snipping tool to grab this. There's no way we're going to make it further than this. It'll be amazing if we make it that far. So let me save this as, I don't know, Twitch mobile. And I'll save this into my Twitch directory. And now what I'd like to do is just display this image. Display this image. How can I display that image? ZO2?
With the image source tag.
Very nice. And the source will be?
If you've saved it in your file, then you're going to do just backslash, and then it should come up with the
dot backslash.
What's in your folders.
Yeah.
Dot backslash.
You need the dot. Yep. And there we go. And then I think I'll make this. I'm going to cheat and just do some inline styles. I'll do a margin top just to push this way down. 400 pixels. Yeah. And I'll do a width of 100%. Will that work? Yeah, that's better. Okay, it's a little bit blurry, but that'll do, right? Oh, I forgot. I want to develop in my mobile view because I'm going to be working in the mobile view. So click inspect here, and that actually looks way better. But that's not really our website at all. That's just so we have reference, so it's nice and easy. So I guess first things first, how can I get this little Twitch icon? How can I get this little Twitch icon? Any ideas there? I think Monica has a good idea for that one. What would you recommend, Monica?
I mean, I use Font Awesome for YouTube. I don't know if they have it there.
Yeah, so we're going to be using Font Awesome today. I put this link in the Discord, right?
Mm-hmm.
So So you can just copy this link and throw it into your head tag anywhere. Let me try again. There we go, except I forgot the caret. Okay, now that's all the setup we need to use any Font Awesome icons we want. So I want to go to Font Awesome. And I'm going to search for Twitch. And I'm going to select free. And right here, Twitch. And then all I have to do is copy this icon tag. And I'm going to put it in my body. And there we go. We have a little Twitch icon. We probably want that to be, well, should we make it bigger now or get the other ones? I guess we can make it bigger now, right? So I need that to be a little bit bigger, right? And I need the color to change, actually. How can I do those things? What do you think, Elri?
Sorry, can you repeat that question?
Yeah, so we made this little icon here. I need it to match this size. So I need it to be bigger. So how can I get this?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so you can create a style sheet, style CSS.
Very nice.
In the HTML in the image tag, you can create a class for it.
Oh, the image I don't need to manipulate at all. That's just for our reference. Pretend it kind of doesn't exist.
Oh, okay, okay. You can. I've been having a little bit of trouble with this today, but can you target the eye?
We can, but we're gonna have a bunch of eyes. So
Yes. Okay. Okay. So then target the class. So I'll take the class name.
yeah, I could do that. I could put a class here. Yeah, that'd be. Will that work? Yeah, I think that might work. So what do you want me to do?
Twitch logo. You could call it Twitch logo.
Okay.
And then CSS, target Twitch logo. I don't know if font size will work on this.
Let's try. It's not going to hurt anything, right? So it looks like it doesn't work. So we could try width. It also looks like it doesn't work. So what I did in preparation for this lecture is I actually gave this an ID. And Twitch logo is a good name. I'm not sure why the class doesn't work. Maybe Font Awesome is doing some things behind the scenes with those classes. But I think Twitch logo will work for us. I hope. No. What is my error here? Oh, what is my error?
Change the dot to hash.
Yeah, we need our Octothorpe. Did I say it right? Octothorpe? Still not working. Did I spell it right?
You can't target FA Twitch. Or can you target FA Twitch or no?
I don't know, but that's like built in from Font Awesome. So I don't really want to. Can I try with? What is going on? This worked a second ago. I
guess
swear.
you haven't linked the CSS file.
That's a good point. So yeah, we forgot to link our HTML to our CSS. So the CSS I was writing had no idea. So how can I link my CSS file? Zubida?
Press type link, then it will bring the option.
Yeah, and then I want CSS. Yep.
Link CSS.
Yeah, and then I'll change this to back to font size, which I thought it was. And after all that work, we got it. Maybe a little smaller. Yeah. All right, how can I change the color of this? Redo?
you could try type color as a property, and then you probably want to change it to a light purple
Yeah.
color.
Except we can do, well, light purple is not a color, but let's try purple. That's actually not terrible, but it'd be fun to get the exact color, right? And I, in preparation for lecture, installed a little eyedropper so we can grab, I already grabbed this exact color, but let's do it again. So we can, oh, I don't think this works in mobile mode, which is annoying. No. So I have to exit mobile mode to use this eyedropper. And then I can pick it here. And then I'll put it back in mobile. Yeah. And now, did it paste it or not? No. But it stored it right here in this extension. And I'll just copy it from here. Or let me copy this one. So we get the exact color purple, hopefully. Yep. Okay, next up, how do we get this? I don't even know what to call this. Does anyone know the proper name?
Yes, sir. I have a question, please.
Sure.
Yeah, because I also tried this font awesome and I could not change the size at all. But I was using the class attributes and it's never changed at all. So is it compulsory that we have to use ID selectors or ID class ID for us to get the for us to be able to format it?
I haven't tried. I mean, we could try right now. There's nothing that hurts, but I haven't tried using their class names because I feel like they're doing things behind the scenes with those class names and I don't want to screw with it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want to conflict with what Font Awesome is doing behind the scenes to make the icons. So, but we can try to see if we can target their class. Although, yeah, let's see what happens. So can I do like color red? Okay. Yeah, it's working for me right here. Yeah. So I guess technically we can, I feel a little weird about doing that though. But if it's working, I guess it's working. Yeah, I guess there's no harm. If it's working, right? So let's do that. It's less code. So we can delete this ID, just piggyback off their class.
Perhaps I had another technical issue I could not handle because when I was trying to increase the size, it was the margin that was increasing instead of the particular font awesome itself.
I would have to look at your specific code and see it, but we can do that right after lecture for sure. All right. So does anyone know the name for this icon? I forget how to even search for it. What is it? Pages or directory or I don't know. Pages? No. Oh, copy maybe? Yeah, close enough. Copy to this one. Another thing I wanted to mention today, we're not going to get the exact duplicates. For that, you really should be clicking inspect and then copying these SVGs, which are here. And I encourage you probably to do that for YouTube if you want to have fun getting it exact. Like you can just copy this SVG right here and paste it. And then we have the exact image from the website. But the thing is, this SVG code gets a little big, and for lecture, I want to keep it like simpler. And I think Font Awesome using it is awesome, and you're going to use it a lot. So that's, yeah, we're not going to do the SVG route today in lecture. But I wanted to show it to you as an option because it's more, you're getting the exact images, whereas Font Awesome, we're getting stuff that's close but not exact. So let me copy this one and paste it in and see how that looks. Okay, so this one again, I want to target and make a little bigger. So how can I do that? Ketrin.
Dot far copy. You want bigger, right?
Yeah, I want it to match down below.
30%.
Too big.
Yeah.
Maybe. See how the alignment is off right now, but we'll worry about that later, right? I just want to get these on the screen and then we can play with them. So finally, this one's called an ellipses. So we can find that one. Let's copy that. And then while I'm here, let's just do them all, right? Magnifying glass and person. And then finally person, or maybe profile. Profile. Yeah. Is it colored in or not? Not. All right. We'll get these all on the screen and then we'll play with them, try to make it match exactly. Okay. There we go. Let's deal with styling them later. Let's just try to get the layout correct now. Or actually, first off, I want to put them in there. I want to make the background color. I want to put them all in a container and make that background color match this color. Any ideas how to do that? Daniel? How can I put all these I tags in a container and make that container match the same color?
You could put all your icon.
What? Oh, you cut out.
Can
Sorry.
you hear me?
No.
Sorry. You could put all your icons in a div.
Yeah, so let's do that. Div. Okay.
And then just yeah, put them all in there.
So they're all in there. What's the next step to get this background?
And then to get the background color, actually get your ID.
Yeah, let's give it an ID. What's a good name?
An ID of like Navbar or whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Navbar. And then maybe use your eyedropper to get that background color.
Sure, sure. Okay.
And hashtag or
Octothorpe.
I forgot the name of that you used. And then background color, and paste the color that you just copied.
Your mic broke out. What do I put after the hashtag?
Sorry, I'm having issues.
Okay. Calypso, help him out. What do I put to target?
Problem. You put Navbar.
Yeah. And then how can we get that background color?
You put background color, and then you copy the code that you put. Yeah, exactly.
It's annoying.
If you can.
Why is it doing that? Oh my god, why is it doing that? Do I have to manually type this? No. There we go.
There you go.
Okay. We have some of this ugly margin. What's going on there? You remember Calypso from yesterday? This margin on the top here?
Yeah. Honestly, I can't remember from yesterday. I don't.
What about you, Victor? Do you remember from yesterday? What's causing this like margin on the left, right, top?
It's the page auto-filling the margin. I also forgot the code.
Yeah, just Chrome default margin. But do you remember how we get rid of it?
I can't. Yeah, it's like eluding me also.
Yeah, no worries. David, how do we get rid of that pesky margin?
Yeah, so do the universal selector, which is the asterisk.
Yeah.
Then inside of that, you can set margin to 0.
Very nice. All right. Oh, another thing. Okay. Well, another thing I'm noticing, we can't really see, I bet especially on your guys' screens, you can't see the icons now. So how can I make them white, all those icons? Pimpa? How can I make all these icons white? You probably can't even see them now, but they're here.
You go to font no
Font
color.
Close. That's like what it should be called, but it's actually just color. Yeah.
Oh.
And then I'll
Color
try
white.
white. But what do we notice, right? If we want to be really sticklers, what do we notice about the colors here?
Is see-through? No.
It's like not
It's like
exactly
just
white,
off-white.
right? Yeah, it's like off-white. So we can use our color picker if we care. Yeah, whatever that color is. Okay, better. All right, let's not worry about more styling. I just wanted you guys to be able to see them, obviously. So let's try to get them laid out correctly. And what tool are we going to use to try to lay them out, Farhan?
We can use Flexbox, and since it looks like 2 groups, we can separate the icons into their respective divs.
Okay, very nice. So I'm going to put these first 3 in a div and put these second 2 in a div. And what do you want me to do now, Farhan?
So now that they're in their respective div, we can name each individual group of div by an ID. We could say either group 1 or group 2, whatever I guess works. And then from there, we would put display flex for both groups first.
Okay, so target like group 1 or?
Well, first we should target Navbar and put
right
it as display flex.
Okay, very nice.
This makes sure that it's styled in Flexbox, and then from there we do space between within the navbar. So that would be justify content space between.
Okay, very nice.
And then from there we sort out the groups in their respective styling for the Flexbox. For example, group 2, it looks like they're fine. They just need a little bit of gap. Sorry, group 1 looks like it just needs a little bit of gap. So we can style group 1 as display flex and then gap maybe 10 pixels.
Okay, so group 1 I'm going to target. And then you want me to make it a flex box?
Yes.
Okay. And then what did,
and
else
then
did
we
you
can
want?
put gap maybe 10 pixels.
Okay. Very nice, Farhan. I'm noticing that I don't like, well, the gap a little bigger, first off. Maybe a little bigger, huh? And then I'm noticing I don't like the alignment. So the primary axis is looking good, but the vertical axis is not looking good. How can I correct that vertical axis to get it aligned in the center? Do you guys see what I mean? Comparing the two.
So we can use something called align items, I think it was.
Yeah. And we're going to do center, and now we have them nicer. But also I'm noticing there's some breathing room in this whole navbar. So how can I give this whole navbar some breathing room? Bella, how can I give this whole navbar some breathing room? Sorry? Oh, your mic is can't hear it. Yeah, I can't hear it. For the future, guys, the Bluetooth mics are just, they never work. If you have a wired option, like the Bluetooth always just is really tough. Monica, how can I, there's some breathing room here. How can I do that for this navbar?
You want to add like a padding?
Yeah, let's try some padding, right? Hopefully this will work. Yeah, that's way better. Okay. All right. What does group 1 look good? What do we think about group 1? I think.
I mean, besides the white in the Twitch logo, which you would have to get a different logo, but.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna be tough. When I was preparing for lecture, I tried for a little bit to get it white. It's kind of tough. I tried putting a background, but then, yeah. If you wanted
Max,
exact.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Hey, Max. Does it matter if you add padding or increase the height of the navbar container itself? Is that just a matter of preference, or is one better suited to a responsive design?
I feel
padding versus height.
I feel like padding would be better than manually specifying a height, but I can't say that for 100%. We can experiment a little bit. So if we got rid of our padding and we tried to do the same idea with height, is this not even working for me? Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess that's not the end of the world, except there's no padding on the left here because that's not height is just vertical. So you miss out on that. I feel like the better solution would be padding though in this situation. But I can't say that with like 100% certainty. But we'll go with padding. The ellipsis needs to be bigger, right? So let's make that ellipsis bigger. How can we do that? Mehdi?
I really don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. So when we want to style something in CSS, an element, first we have to target it. How can we target? Where is it actually? How can we target this element?
By putting the class.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's a class, so we use dot, and then what's the class name?
Solid. Solid.
Well, solid might be a class that's used by other people.
Ellipsis. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we're probably safer with doing ellipsis. And then how did we make the other ones bigger?
Font size.
Yep. So let's do that here. Too big. Good enough. It's kind of blurry. I don't know. Isn't that weird? It's like blurred out and this isn't. So I don't think it's just because I think they purposely like blur it somehow, which is kind of bizarre, but I don't know. We're not going to do that unless somebody has a suggestion. Okay. How is the right side of our navbar looking? And what are your suggestions of things to do? Mohammed, what do you think about the right side of our navbar?
Yeah, we have to target the group 2.
Yes, let's target group 2. And what would you like to do to group 2?
ID. And then we increase the font size.
Yeah, we need a little bit bigger font size. Yep. Yep.
And then we increase the gap between them.
Yeah, except group 2 isn't a what yet? Is group 2 a flexbox container or not?
All right, we have to include a flex box, display flex.
Yeah.
And then I think the gap will now work.
Okay, now it works. Yeah. There we go. That actually looks fairly good, right? I'm kind of happy with that. Are these centered vertically? And if not, how can I center them vertically? Maureen? How can I make sure these are centered vertically using Flexbox?
Yes, my content center.
One more time?
Align item. Align
Yeah,
items
very nice.
center.
Align item center. Yep. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I'm happy with that. Any questions there? Let me pause for questions. What? Yeah.
I have a question. In this case, it works out, but do you think we should be setting flex grow? Because in this case, it does work out, but should we set flex grow to?
That is weird that it worked out without us doing anything. I don't know. That is interesting. I mean, I guess if it works out, it works out, right? Because we said space between. Yeah, that's fine. If it works, it works. It's less code too. So that was a good suggestion from you, right? You were the one who told us to do space between, right? Or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So, it was a good suggestion by you. It saved us some code, simplified things. I mean, if you're going for the bonus and responsive, you want to play around with it and see how it looks. But right now it looks good. So why mess with it? Good question. Any other questions?
How did you install the eyedropper on your browser?
Oh, I just Googled Chrome eyedropper. Yeah. I'll probably uninstall it after this lecture, honestly. I only use it during this week of the bootcamp. But it is fun.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Other questions? All right. Next objective. I think we're done with the Navbar for now. So next objective, I want that welcome to Twitch. Ideas to get the welcome to Twitch. Izzy?
We could do a header with welcome to Twitch in between.
Very nice.
Or as the child.
So, welcome to Twitch. What do we notice? What do we have to do?
A couple of things. Maybe we could put this in a div.
I'm glad you said that. I want to put this in a div. And I actually want to call this like main content or something. So yeah, we put this in a div, but then what do we notice that's not matching?
The font color and font type.
So font color, yeah. So let's do that first. How can we change the font color to presumably white?
So you can target the ID by hash main content.
Very nice.
And then font color white, background color black.
Yeah, very nice. Ooh, what? Why did it do that? Why is there a line there?
Maybe not black.
Where's that coming from?
Because it's only the div and it's not the whole page. Instead, the whole page should be black, maybe.
Because it's not the body. The body isn't black. It's
Yeah, but this
so I'm
div
guessing it's
should
like
be
a border.
directly. There shouldn't be anything there. Is that like a border? Huh. Okay, I won't let this derail the entire lecture, but I don't know where that little line is coming from.
Can we put margin 0 in there?
Margin where?
On the main content, the ID main content.
If we like tell it margin 0, that was a good
Yeah.
idea, but no. Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from.
What about border 0?
On which one? Main content?
Main content and the navbar, maybe?
Let me try to give a border. There we go. We can hide it. Hide the mistake. I guess that works, huh?
Border none.
But you shouldn't have to say that, is the weird part. Oh, look at that. So it is coming from the main content. I don't know. For right now, let's do that, but maybe we'll come back to it. Okay. What else do we have to change about this welcome to Twitch? Daniel, did you get your mic working?
The font style.
Yeah. So unless we're like some weird font expert, how do we find out what font that is? We can inspect, and we can take a look, and it's right here. And we can copy it. So I'm going to do font family like that. Okay. A little better. What other work needs to get done? Yeah. What else should we do to try to match it? It's almost getting there though. Excuse me. Semsi?
Yeah. I think we need some padding.
Yeah, but where should we put the padding? Right here in main content? We could try.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know. 5. Did that do
Maybe
anything?
try.
Yeah, that actually. Oh no, we need more, right? There we go. That's looking better. But the thing is,
Maybe even 20.
Yeah.
I think
No.
I think we need the shorthand for padding and include all the sides.
Yeah. So I think we wanna target just the H1 and not the main content yet to get that padding. Honest.
Okay.
Yeah. So how do I do that? How can I just target the H1?
You could give it a class or ID, but I think class should be fine.
Okay.
Class.
It's a good name.
Welcome.
Sure. How do I target it?
And then dot welcome.
Mm-hmm. What should we do to
padding?
It? Yeah, but it looks like the padding is vertically different than horizontally, right? There's way more vertical. So where's the... I could have sworn there was a padding for vertical. Does anyone remember it? Or we can just do
Can't
padding.
you just put like the first set is like the top and bottom, and the second number is like the right and left.
Oh, okay.
You only put 2 numbers in.
Yeah, let's. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it works like
Oh no, no comment.
clockwise direction.
Yeah, it goes top, right, bottom, left, and then if you only put 2, it's top and bottom and left and right together. At least that's how it should work.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think we got it. The font looks a little different, but we're not gonna go too crazy.
So like, what is it? Top right? Like this one is top. 20 is top, and 5 is right.
So this is controlling
so-
the vertical. Sorry, Calypso, go ahead.
So yeah, I was gonna say it controls the top and bottom, so the vertical ones, and the next one does the horizontal, which is the left and right. But if you have 4 numbers, it starts on the top and then it goes clockwise, so it goes top, right, bottom, left.
And if you
okay.
And if you
Yeah.
don't want to deal with that complexity, you could just write it padding top, padding bottom, padding left, padding right.
But then you have more code, so it's
Yes,
like,
yes.
which one do you want?
Yes. But if you forget and just whatever, this is, yeah, it's a little fancy, but not crazy. Okay, very nice. Let's try to do, well, let's go till the hour, see what we can do, right? Live channels we think you'll like. Help me out with that. I completely lost our place. Who went last? Does anyone remember?
It was
Something?
me.
Okay,
Now I think
Sadiq?
it's Sadiq.
Add a paragraph.
Yeah, let's do a P tag. Live channels we think you'll like. This is so crazy, these prison streams. I just saw this for the first time today. Have you guys seen this before? How is that like allowed or legal or it's bizarre. Okay. I have some work to do here, right? So how can I make this live channels the same color as our Twitch logo right here? I'll copy that for later. Yeah. How can I make the live channels that same color? Lin J?
What was the question?
Oh, we're trying to do this, match this live channels to down below.
Oh, put span around live channels.
Okay.
You could, if it's the only one, I guess you could put ID. And I guess live. And then hashtag live. And then color purple or some
Yeah.
kind of purple.
Oh, look at that. VS Code has it saved for us, the color we already used. I've never noticed that. That's awesome. And then there we go. Yeah. And it's still using our font, right? I think that's the same font. Ours looks so much sharper, but yeah.
I think their one's bolded, isn't it?
You think what?
I think their one's bold, like has a strong tag.
Oh, make it bold, maybe. Font.
I also think the blurs because you're zoomed in and maybe it's not meant to be that size. So that's why it might be blurring on the side. It might be pixelated.
Yeah, I can't really tell. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do it to live. Do it to welcome, right? No, do it to... Oh, we don't have a target for P. Yeah, let's use an element selector. Well, no, that's probably a bad idea. Let's do...
Didn't you just put strong up there, or do you want to do it in CSS?
I guess we could show an example of inline styling. So I don't encourage you to use this, but we can show one example, right? It's not going to hurt. So we can do font, weight, bold.
And you just do strong tags?
Oh, the tag?
Yeah.
Sure.
Like inside the P.
Yeah, we could do that. No. Is this emphasis?
You put it outside the P on the bottom. You put it
My
outside the
bad.
P tag.
My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is definitely not emphasis. Okay, that looks better. And then we'll just make this, well, we need it smaller now, right? But here I'll just show you one example of inline. Sorry. Okay, good enough.
I have a question.
Yes.
So like the font on their site is kind of like squinched down a little bit. Would you like use height to change that? Because it's not like the overall size, it's just like a little bit shorter than the one we're using.
Can you ask the question one more time?
Sorry, okay. You see how like on the Twitch site the font is just like smushed down a little bit? It's like a little bit wider. Like would you use
I don't
height to
know.
do that?
I guess
to,
you
like,
could
squish it?
do.
Would it be line height or letter height?
So live channels is like slightly above, is what you're saying?
I'm saying like all the text like from welcome down to the live channels is all like squished down a little bit more than our text is. Like it's a
Squished?
little bit wider than taller. Yeah. It's like if you took it and you like squished it a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like the letter height is different or something.
Okay. Yeah, we can try to do that. So someone had a line height suggestion. It's been a while since I used line height. Any suggestions for line height?
Maybe use line width.
What's that?
Line width.
Line width? Okay. No, no line width.
You could do the line height just smaller than whatever the font size is, I guess. I don't know what the font size is. I can't remember.
I don't know. I feel like
I
this is
guess it's
affecting
word
more. This is
spacing.
affecting like our padding and stuff. So I'm not going to do that one. I think I know what you mean though. Font size, like height, CSS.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I didn't know if there's like a way to just change the like length or the height without having to change the whole font size so it's not like scaling up equally.
I'm sure there is. Font width. Oh, we could do font width maybe.
Try word spacing.
What? Which one?
Word spacing.
Okay. Word spacing. What would you like me to do here?
Maybe 5 pixels.
Oh, it controls the
that's
space.
just-
Okay. I don't know. Honestly, that looks kind of good to me. I don't know. I'm not even sure what we're trying to accomplish. It looks kind of good. Yeah, let's move on though. Okay, live channels we think you'll like. It looks like there's a little bit of padding here though. So I am going to do that, right? Padding. That's fine. Now this image. So how can I grab this image? I'm going to try to grab it from Twitch. Should I grab a happier one? Let me grab this. Or let me grab. Oh, where's the real Twitch? Let's refresh. It still wants to show us people in jail. Okay. That's fine. All right, so I'm going to try to find this image by hunting in here. Oh, is it? There we go. So I'm going to save this to our coding directory. So we're in Twitch. I'm going to rename this to be Twitch thumbnail. Where am I at? Okay. How can I get this image to appear? How can I get this image to appear? ZO2?
You want to do another div and you want to add a image source.
Yeah, I'm actually going to keep this in the main content, but I'm going to do image.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then the source, yeah, Twitch thumbnail.
Oh, backslash, yeah.
But then the thing I'm realizing is I want to actually put these words above the image. So I want to make a div. Well, does anyone, so I brainstormed a way to do it, but I'm sure there's a lot of ways to do this. So does anyone know a way we can easily like put text above an image?
You change the Z index so that it's on top of it?
Probably, but that'd be a little harder than what I'm imagining.
You can just make the image the background to the div and then create your text over that.
Yeah, exactly. So David, help us out with that. So I'll call this Twitch thumbnail. And how can I make this image the background of this div?
So then you would target that div, Twitch thumbnail, and then do background image, I think is the argument. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're going to use URL, right? I believe.
Yeah. Our directory, wherever it is.
And select Twitch thumbnail.
Twitch thumbnail.
Yeah. So I'll get rid of the live one, but then what do we notice? There's nothing there. There's nothing there though because the div is empty right now. So I'm going to manually set a width and height. Way too tall. Still too tall. A little bit too tall. Good enough. A little wider.
Is there a way to make it stretch the image instead of it tiling?
I'm sure there is, instead of me doing this. Yeah, background image div stretch or like fit.
I think it's called cover.
So if I just put in cover or what? Content. How to stretch the background image. Oh, background size 100%. That sounds easy. Background size 100%. Let's see if that works. I'm not sure. I'm just going to use the manual. Okay. Let me decrease this margin so we can see it at the same time. Where are we at? Oh, here. Okay, so I want this live. How can I get the words live in this div? Ellery, how can I get the word? So I'm trying to get this word live above this picture.
Sorry. Okay. Because it's in a block, so I've put it in a. I feel like it needs to go in a div.
Yeah.
Before you put it in a P. You can do a P and then live.
Okay. So, did that move things around? Oh, no. Oh, okay. No, we're fine. Sorry. So we got the word live. Very nice. Do we already have a target for live? Yeah, we do. Okay. Anyway, I want to get the live to match this live down below. And then we'll call it there for lecture. So how can I get this live to match this live? Ideas there.
You can change the background color.
Yeah, first we have to target it. So how can I target it?
Does it have a tag already? An ID? I would give it an ID.
Yeah, we can give it an ID. Yep.
You could put red live. I don't know.
Sure.
Live logo.
Yeah. And then same, yeah, red live. And then background color, I would just choose red because it looks really, really red.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know how to shrink it, so it's not the whole line.
Redo? How can I shrink this div? How can I set a width?
So you want to add a width, a custom width.
Yeah, we'll try 30, a little bigger, 40, maybe. What else? We'll come back to that probably, but what else do we want to do? What's that?
Sorry, I was going to say we also need to add a border radius because I think
we want to smooth it out. Too much
like
smoothing.
2 pixels.
Yeah, that might be okay. What else? Ketrin, what else? How else can we match this better?
Padding.
Yeah, a little bit of padding, a little bit of breathing room. Yeah. But now I'm noticing something else about the text, the way it's lined up, right? I can maybe cheat so we don't have to use Flexbox and just make it smaller. That actually kind of works. But now I'm noticing what about the placement of live?
You need margins on the top and on the left.
Yeah, so sorry, one more time. What would you say?
Margins on the top and left.
Yeah, so let's see if we can do a margin left. Yeah. And a margin top. Oh, no, that didn't work for us. Why not? Why did margin left work, but margin top not?
Did a margin around the whole thing since there's nothing on the right really of it.
Oh, maybe we have to target the div for the margin? No. Twitch thumbnail. Oh, Maybe it's just a margin 10 pixels. I'm not sure why that's not working. Any ideas?
Can we check with the dev tools, the pointer, see what's going on?
Oh, so oh, okay. You see that? So the P tag is taking up that amount of space. Wait, why is the P tag?
It's probably a default styling, maybe?
Yeah, do you guys mind if I simplify things a little and just get rid of our P tag and just put this in a div? So this red live margin top. Why won't it do it?
It looks like the image is kind of moving down a little bit because you hover over the image a little, and then hover over live. It looks like for some reason the background image kind of moved down.
Moved down.
With
yeah.
A little bit with the margin.
Yeah. Anyway, what we can do is make Twitch thumbnail a flex box. Although there's only one item. I'm honestly not sure why that's not working. Maybe because why isn't that working? Margin left is working, right? Yeah. Why isn't margin top? Huh.
Did you try making it bigger to see if like the whole thing just keeps moving, or if like
you want the font
margin
size bigger?
No. Like margin top, like it just make it like 30 or something, so it's like very noticeable.
Yeah, it's just moving.
Oh yeah, the whole thing just moves.
Why? So it's basically not containing itself to this.
Could you try margin top minus 10 pixels? I'm curious to see what happens.
Sure.
No, it didn't work. So it's bringing okay.
Okay, what if we made
could we add another div within the thumbnail, the Twitch thumbnail, for the 4K viewer as well?
Oh.
And then try adding the margin after that when using Flexbox 2.
And now make this a Flexbox Twitch thumbnail? Yeah, let's try
yeah.
Okay, and so the flex direction by default is row, but we actually want it column, right? So flex direction column. Okay. And now we want justify content, I don't know, space around, space between actually. Okay. And now, but we still need the margin. Or we can cheat and do space around, right? No, that doesn't look good. All right.
Could we try space around and then put maybe a gap percentage?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. You're right. But let's go back and see if the margin will now work on Red Live, because it should. Okay, let's see now if it'll work. So margin 10 pixels. Yay! We did it. We got there. Only 4 minutes over a lecture. All right. Any questions on that?
I do have a couple questions.
Sure.
When it comes to the picture that's next to it, do you want us to do half an image or?
No. So if this situation happens in YouTube, just ignore it, because this would be functionality, and you're not. We don't have those skills yet of doing JavaScript and stuff. So yeah, just ignore it. Maybe make this just take up the whole width. You wouldn't be responsible for this weird, like, what are these called? Sliders? Yeah.
Yeah. And the second question I have is, I've seen on other sites where they use, instead of pixels for their sizing, they use EM or they use view height, but mostly I see EM.
Yeah.
When is one unit preferred over the other? Should we be using EM for responsive, or is it still just pixels?
No, I think just use pixels. But I think rem was the solution when pixels weren't so like easily translated to different devices, because rem it's taking the size of the font of the device standard, like the 16 pixels of your device, and translating that to everything. Yeah, this isn't correct. Pixels aren't, not anymore. They're not an absolute unit. Yeah, but this second part is, I agree with. Yep. My advice is really, I do not have expertise in like the different units. First of all, let me say that. But my advice is at this point is really just use pixels unless you have a reason not to. Any other questions? Okay, let's get you into